Good morning. This is Chair French convening the regular business meeting of the Kansas Corporation Commission for this Thursday, September 12th, joined by my colleagues Commissioner Keene and Commissioner Keither. On today's agenda, we have 11 consent agenda items and just one noticed item. We will begin with our consent agenda. Commissioners, you've had the opportunity to review those 11 consent agenda items. Let me ask at this time if you have any questions, beginning with Commissioner Keither.
None, thanks.
And Commissioner Keene. Commissioner Keene, you are muted.
Let's try it again. No questions for me either. I would move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. The consent agenda is approved. We now move to our one noticed item. This is in docket number 24 KGSG 603 COM, and it's a proposed order on KGS's motion to dismiss with prejudice. Our presenter for this item is Mr. Brian Vadotin. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Commissioners. On February 29th, David Johnson filed a formal complaint against Kansas Gas Service, or KGS, alleging KGS overbilled him and by exaggerating his monthly gas usage and also falsely claimed to have investigated his complaints. On March 22nd, KGS filed an answer and a motion to dismiss. Mr. Johnson has not responded to the motion to dismiss. On July 8th, Commission's technical staff filed a report and recommendation explaining that after a thorough investigation of Mr. Johnson's account, staff was unable to conclude that any mistakes were made by KGS or that KGS violated any tariff law or commission order. As a result, staff recommended the commission dismiss the complaint in its entirety. The order goes through and details the R&R. I'm not going to do that for purposes of this presentation, but I will note that Mr. Johnson has not responded to staff's report and recommendation. This order finds that not only has Mr. Johnson failed to present facts or evidence sufficient to allege he was overbilled by KGS, but the undisputed documentation produced by KGS demonstrates it accurately billed Mr. Johnson for his natural gas consumption. Similarly, this order finds that Mr. Johnson has not presented any facts or evidence sufficient to allege KGS failed to investigate his complaint. And to the contrary, staff's review of KGS's documentation demonstrates that KGS did investigate his concerns. This order grants KGS's motion to dismiss, and his formal complaint is denied with prejudice. With that, I'm available for questions.
All right, thank you, Brian. Are there any questions on this item, beginning with Commissioner Keither?
None for me.
And Commissioner Keene.
And none for me either. I would move approval of the order.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the order as described in this docket. Is there any further discussion of that motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. The order is approved. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right, with that, we have come to the conclusion of everything noticed on today's business meeting agenda. If there's nothing further to come before us this morning, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.